Thanks for joining us today on our Stony Creek journey. I'm out in the garden and I'm going to try and get some mulch put on the paths in the veggie garden before it gets too hot. It's going to be a warm day today. And before the flies get too bad. I'm going to tell you, flies. Part of having animals on the farm, I suppose. So I'm in the mulch pile, digging some of that up and put that in the path. But I'll pop up what we've done. I've taken a few videos this week here and there, a few different things. Chickens, there's always chickens and some animals, but a little bit of the garden, a bit of a garden tour of what's happening in the garden at this stage of summer. So I'll pop all that up for you and enjoy. Hope you're having a nice week. We have two mulch piles at the moment. We've got this little one, which is at the back of near the compost, and then way in the back you can see there's another mulch pile way up there. This one we got delivered very soon after we came on the farm, and we've moved it here. So this is probably a good over a year old. This, so it's really good. Excuse the roosters; they're always butting in, aren't they? Good for the paths because it's got lots of good growth in it already. And then that's a lot of sawdust that I'm putting on the floor of the chicken coop just to cover a lot of the poo at the moment, because hopefully to reduce the flies. But that all came from the sawmill when they were sawing the logs for our fence. So I'd actually like to get this all cleaned up so that we can mow around here. It's been here a while, so we'll keep working on that. As you know, we've had many broody chooks, and the last broody chook we had, I popped some of the black copper moran eggs, so just the dark brown ones, and a green one under her, so that was the only ones she could hatch if they were viable. And lo and behold, yesterday a little brown egg and a green egg hatched, so cross fingers we can get. And I'm not sure whether Rusty's the dad or Bluey or Alan. Hopefully it's Rusty, and then we'll get a copper moran if one of them's a girl. Just giving them some chick feed, and so mamas teach them how to eat. It has been born Friday and one on Saturday, and today's Tuesday, so a couple of days, and we had another little brown egg hatch, so very excited. So the ones with the little white bellies, they're out of brown eggs, so their mum is copper, the copper moran, and the one without the white is from a green egg, the one with the fuzzy top. And as I said, cross fingies, got at least one girl, but mum's doing a great job, and they will stay in here for we'll see how they go, but a good couple of weeks until we move them out into the big coop, because there's a lot of chickens in the big coop, a lot. So yes, I mean a lot. All these chicks are the ones that have hatched from the Aracanas that we hatched in the incubator, which is, you can see two roosters, that light one, that one there, and all the rest are ones that have hatched from our mama hens. And as they're getting bigger, starting to work out who's a rooster and who's not. There's actually still a couple out in the pen, but at night I try and give them some pullet feed, so some feed for their age rather than the laying pellets. But I don't want all these hens having the pullet pellets, because technically you shouldn't be giving those to hens that are laying, because they've got a little bit of stuff to make pullets a little bit healthier. So yes, there's a lot. Slowly but surely we'll work out who are boys and girls. What to do with all these chickens. We'll work it out. Bit of chicken math, isn't it? And now I've got more babies. Tiny. Oh, look at this. Out you go. Come on. No. Oh, out you go. Look at Ellen and Bluey and Rusty over there. Alan's lost some feathers on his breast there. I think he's been having some fights. So this one here, this is the one that lays the green eggs. No, not coming in. She's purdy. They're all purdy. My poor old nectarine tree. Another branch has fallen off. You can see that in the tree. This is the third big branch that has fallen off, but it's just all rotten. So I think we'll dig this one out and we'll plant a new nectarine tree. But the chooks are loving the nectarines, even though they're not ripe. Whether or not we'll get any from this arm that's alive, or whether it will drop off too. Pears are going great. It'll be another little while until we'll give them a little while yet, but they're looking good. And the peach tree, we had one big branch fall off that, but we're having to net the peach tree because we love peaches, and so do our chooks. They have stolen many, so there's yummy ones here to pick, which I'll pick now and we'll pop inside. Don't think I'll bottle any this year because I've still got some from last year, but they're coming off quite easy now. Yum. There's just got a bit of stuff on top, but that's fine, not a problem. So I've got to do it while the chooks are inside, because if I drop any, that's the end. So these are the peaches I've picked for tonight. Yummy. I'll have to put them in the fridge because they don't last long, especially when it's warm, but they are delicious. It's a lovely night tonight, so I thought I'd show you a little bit of what's happening in the veggie garden at the moment. We are probably halfway through summer, and after this is our second summer here, we've worked out that summer is really, well, halfway through summer is when we start to get our harvest of our veggies, being tomatoes and cucumbers. So they're just coming along now. We've got a couple in end of December, but really we're starting to get cukes now and lots of tomatoes, which are good. Oh, look at this beautiful, beautiful sunflower. We've got lots of beans going on at the moment, and these are all potatoes that will just stay in the ground, even though they look a little bit unattractive. The spuddies under there will just be staying safe until we're ready to eat them. A new bean trellis is coming along. We've got some good beans. We've even got some beans that are decided to go onto the tomatoes, but that's okay. And we're starting to get some good growth on some of the peppers. So here we've got some sweet bananas and some little capsicums there. I've planted some cauliflowers under here, the shade cloth, just to keep it a little bit cooler. So I've started to plant some of those. I've just planted some seedlings of some Brussels sprouts as well. So get them going so I can plant those out. The zucchinis are going mad, as zucchinis do. I think there's quite a few in here to harvest. Oh, there's a zucchini party going on in there, in amongst all the sweet potato. Be interesting to see what happens there. Pulled out the parsnips, got all those seeds. These carrot seeds, I'm just waiting to see whether the ones I've planted will germinate, to see whether I can just pull these out. This is what your house looks like when you save seed. There's seed everywhere, hanging on the clothesline, and seed saving. There's some beetroot there, and some broccoli, and parsnip. I've had so many parsnip seeds, and I think there's some germinating in the garden, so it's exciting. But those beetroot will be great too. A little bit messy. I'm going to show you the biggest tomato that I've ever grown. This is a tomato called a big Malacca. Thank you, Steve and Annie, for the seeds. And it's supposed to be a big tomato. And it's a big bush, but here's the tomato. Look, There's only one so far. It's as big as my hand. It is massive. It is certainly a big Malacca. But, oh no, there's another tiny wee one in the back there. But it's putting all its, oh no, there's another little one there. It's putting all its energy into this massive tomato. I will have to possibly cover it. But I've never grown such a big tomato. I wonder if it'll taste as good. It's just massive. The big Malacca. In the back raised garden bed, do you remember that massive purple sprouting broccoli that was just Mount Vesuvius? Well, I chopped up the other bits off and it has regrown. Will that grow broccoli? I don't know. Will it be as big as the last one? I don't know. But it's interesting, and there's a really nice kale in here too, which is great. But we're harvesting beans at the moment, so lots of green beans to harvest in there, which is good. And some snow peas in the back. That is interesting. I didn't think that they would be growing at the moment, but I planted those a long time ago and I thought that they were gone. Clearly not. So the main things we are harvesting at the moment: tomatoes, cucumbers, green beans, zucchinis, potatoes, kale, silver beet. Still got a few beetroot, and we've got some good carrots growing now. And I've got these leeks that I've just planted here. And the most interesting thing is I did not plant these seeds. Normally I do. But what happened is these are leeks that I planted last year. And these are the seed heads. And one day I had a look and there was these leeks growing off these seed heads. So I pulled them off. I put them in the ground and they're growing. So how satisfying. It's wonderful to grow food and plant food, but it's another thing and an achievement, I think. Well, I feel that is for me, to grow things from seed. Now under this little netting is some self-sown broccoli. The white butterflies are coming. So these are little broccoli seedlings that have just grown there by themselves, because there was a broccoli bush here that I tried to keep to self-seed, keep the seeds, but birds kept getting them. But the other day I saw them and I thought, well, I'll have to pull some out and put some somewhere else. But this is my giant beetroot bush, saving seeds of beetroot, and it looks like the same thing's happening under here. Look, they're all beetroot seedlings. So I'm just going to let them go. It's probably time to pull this out. It's a bit unruly, but it certainly worked. Those beetroots beside I've planted. But these capsicums here are looking good. Where we got some Marconi capsicums, which are one of my favourites here, and some nice, just your normal bell peppers, and these little jalapenos in here. Oh, sorry, leaf, looking good. And this little row of green bits is parsnip from my parsnip seeds. So pretty happy about that. More beans, more beans, more beans. Ooh, more beetroot. Time to pull that out, because I don't think I need all that. Then I've got a couple more zucchinis, but I'll show you this interesting thing. This giant bush that might look like a zucchini or a squash was supposed to be a squash. I grew some squashes, so those little yellow squashes that you see in the supermarket, and I let one go and grow to big proportions and saved the seed. And I thought, well, that's good. And I germinated it and it grew. But the interesting thing is, it is not a squash. Look at it. What is that? It is a cross between a squash and a zucchini, I think. But the pigs like it, and it is growing so quickly. I'll pull it off.
Look at that. It's massive. And inside it just looks like a massive zucchini. So we'll chop that up and give that to the pigs. And it's already got another one growing beside it. It won't take long to grow. Wonder how long that's going to get. Is it going to come out of the garden? Possibly. There's a little lone broccoli there that I did not plant. It's self-seeded by some... I don't know how some of these things happen, but it just does. I have got tomato plants planted everywhere because I germinated so many and I didn't want to waste any. So this one here is looking a tad unruly. You've really got to keep onto them and tie them up or else they just go wild. And this one has gone wild. I think I'll just let it do its thing. Look at this lovely bunch of zinnias. These zinnias just self-seeded themselves from the plants I planted last year in the blackberry, strawberry area. I've just let them do their thing because that's so beautiful.
Yeah, come on.
It's Tuesday night and I think it's time to move them out of the home paddock. So we're going to move them all to the top half of the back paddock that Robert's put some fencing down. There's little Lammy going. Still no more. We thought we might have some more in lamb. And we'll see. So, let's move them all. Cows haven't worked out what's going on yet, but they will. Through they go. Have you worked it out, girls? Spring rain. Oh, running. Excited. Belzer and Missouri. Oh, Symbol's running. The other day I thought she looked so fat she could hardly run. They've had a really nice time in this back paddock. They've just chewed it down nicely, but time to give the paddock a rest. Move them to the back. Let the munching begin. When they move to a new paddock, they just heads down and munch, munch, munch.
They're getting big too, aren't they?
They are big. What do you do when you've got so much grass? A nice problem to have. 3 months ago we were so dry, feeding out hay, had exorbitant prices per bale. And look at this. It's weird, isn't it? Winter, spring, we were so dry. And summer's here and we're lush and loving it. An update on Claude. This is Claude here, and as you can see, he is walking so good now. Our next prized ram. Running, walking, no issues. Doesn't look sore at all. You're a handsome man. Look at little Rambo over there. Hello, darling. Where's Mama? Eating.
She's got lots of milk, man.
Eating. Look at all that clover. He's lost her.
Yeah.
Oh. No, found her.
Crash.
But yeah, look at all those clover flowers. They're so excited. They're just munching. They haven't even come up for breath. Be like us in a chocolate shop. Just eating. So much you don't even know what to do you? Just machines. This one here, I think is in lamb. Looks like she's in lamb. Got a really low tump. So it's hard to know because I A lot of them still have udders from their lambs. Some of them are still milking their lambs because we haven't weaned them off. Oh, hello kookaburras. Just come out to give the girls their afternoon snack in the chicken caravan, some fermented grains. Trying to do it in the shade there. It's quite a warm day today. The outside temperature here is 34. So it's warm, and chickens do not like the heat. So we might have to move the caravan if it keeps being warm, more under the trees there. But we'll go and get the eggs, see what we got. Oh, nice haul today. Some days we get quite a few, some days not as much, but they are chickens and they do have a couple of days off. They don't lay eggs every day. So what have I got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, and then we'll probably get 5 or 10 from the orchard because we've got quite a few broody hens in there, and that sort of seems to stop the others laying. So that's a good haul. Yeah, thank you girls. So once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week back on the farm.